Hi guys and welcome. My name is Rob Richards and I'm part of Team Powertec, and on today's training series I'll be taking a look at timing and tempo and how incorporating this into your everyday workout can lead to better gains in your physique. First exercise I'll be taking a look at, squats. While squats may not be at the top of everyone's list for favorite exercises, they certainly are up there in terms of the best exercise for building mass and strength. So with this slight adjustment to our timing, instead of straight up and down, it means we can keep the intensity high without keeping the resistance high too, meaning less stress on the knees, ankle and hips. Here's how we incorporate timing and tempo into the squats. May not seem like I'm doing anything different than a normal squat, but if you were to look at my timing there, I'm taking 3 or 4 seconds longer on that eccentric part of the lift. So really adding this weight into that eccentric part, the lengthening of the muscle, creating smaller micro tears just by keeping it slow. And then that power and speed as I push back up, bringing my hips back in line. This is a great technique if you just add on to the end of a normal work set when you maybe drop the weights down and you really want to hit that fatigue and keep that training threshold high. Let's move on to the next exercise now on the lever system. Take a look at the chest. This is really much the same technique for chest. Slow it down, a slight pause at the bottom, and then as you push up, I want you to squeeze the muscles in the chest. It's not a simple case of repetitions and speed. You've got to focus about muscle activation. Slow down as you breathe in. Hold with that stretch and then push it back up and squeeze, forcing that contraction in the muscle. Just those few reps there, I can already feel my chest starting to get a pump in blood. Great technique either for a warm-up set or that final kind of drop set once you've gone up and pyramided through the weights, or just stick with that same technique for a good 2 or 3 sets, increasing your overall resistance by about 10 to 15% as you hit that 10 to 12 rep max. With this lat pull down lever arm here, I'm really going to be engaging pretty much all of the muscles in my back. And this technique with that timing and tempo, slow it down, pause, and then allowing that weight to pull me back up. This is a switch from the squat and the chest press where I'm actually engaging that muscle, pushing the weights up. The lat pull down is going to be pulling my back muscles apart. So it's about acceleration and deceleration on this one, but equally as important. Very different feeling than if I were to actively squeeze down, pause, and then slowly control back up. That de-acceleration as I'm allowing the weight to go back up and slowing it down really adds in a stretch and a new dynamic to the exercise. So give this one a try, and with the lever arm it gives you a nice kind of feeling as though you're doing free weights, but with the added reassurance of that mechanism in there keeping you dialed in to that range of motion. Speaking of which, let's keep that range of motion focused and finish off on the biceps to really help round off a nice kind of coconut sized bicep. And for this, I'm using the arm curl. Same technique, fire the muscles with those fast twitch type 2B fibers, squeezing in and contracting the muscle, and then resist that temptation to allow that muscle to lengthen back on that eccentric lift. And with a slight tweak to your elbow placement, instead of keeping everything in alignment, bring the elbows just inwards, keeping the wrists further out. Then when you squeeze in, you're going to be working more of the inner bicep there, helping to add some peak along with some strength and size.